Hello, and welcome to another chapter of a tome pulled right off the shelves at the heart of the jackals. This is Noviri Part 6, Fabrication Flaws. Let's get to work.
Commander, good to have you back. If you wouldn't mind, we've got a few questions we'd like to ask you about one of your sister's important designs.
Why exactly aren't you asking her about it?
It's just she's given up on explaining it to us. We're stuck at a wall here. Everything was working before we connected it, but now nothing is checking clear. It would be a real help if you could just show us some line of reason that we're not seeing, sir.
I am not supposed to be up here that long, just picking up a few schematics. Cam replied and felt the twisting blade in his gut as his engineers hung their heads in defeat. That would not do. Okay, alright. Lead the way, but I can't promise anything, alright? I have to be gone as soon as possible from here.
But didn't you design the drill beak main weapons yourself? I'm right about that, aren't I?
Yeah. Cam responded to the query, starting to feel very uncomfortable already. But that's really just a complex battery meant to overcharge and then release its store of energy. It's not really the same thing, and even that doesn't work all that well. I'm not sure what you really need me for on this. So that's your problem then, is it? Cam asked as they entered the hangar, storing the mostly complete Vengeance, the first Crosshead-class corvette. This particular gun dominated the front portion of his underbelly, to the point that beyond the rear hangar doors there wasn't space for pretty much anything else on the massive ship.
Yeah, it kinda got out of our hands, sir. Her plans were much smaller, but given the time constraints and the fact that this thing has to work and be repairable in the field, we just felt that compromises were better than exactitude in this case.
I get it. I do get it. Kath has been a little crabby since I designed the drill beak, and she wasn't able to figure it out. Guns have always been her thing, not mine. She may have put too much pressure on you guys. What do the numbers say? Does it affect the speed?
Yes, sir, it does, but not too poorly, and Kath adapted it so that, in dire straits, commanders can jettison and scuttle it, if that's necessary.
Did any of you try starting there? I mean, what is this thing even supposed to do?
She said jokingly that it should punch a hole in the average star. We can only fire it once a day, though, maybe less, if we can get the thing to work.
It certainly seems large enough for it. But look at those conversion relays. Cam pointed out the offending pieces of the weapon. They're way too small. She must not have carried quite a few numbers to get this so wrong, unless it was your fault. The young engineers did their best to hide from Cam's accusation, even though they stood out there in the open with no cover.
If you don't mind me asking, how do you know at a glance what the problem is? I mean, we've been at this for days and we still don't have any clue.
Cam wanted to accurately describe the process in a way that other people could understand, but all of his previous attempts had ended in failure. His mind, it took things apart, and then within his head he put them back together in every conceivable fashion. He could spend 100 years stuck in a single hanging moment, lost in a sea of parts that even an army dedicated to the task might never complete, and yet he moved it all with a single inescapable thought. He didn't see the point in trying to explain it anymore. Kath had it too. He was pretty sure at least. But it felt like hers was more difficult and not always as accurate as Cam's particular version of whatever this was. Here's what I can do for you. I have a dinner date with the missus, trying to patch things up. I will romance the shit out of her. We'll do all the good stuff and then I'll act a little dejected. She'll inquire about what's wrong, as she has done many times. Then, since she's an engineer at heart, and a damn good one, she'll help me fix our little problem here. We will do our best, but with Venus constantly needing attention, who can really be sure?
Thanks, sir. Everyone else still seemed more than a little dejected about everything. When can we expect the redesign? Tamor asked of Cam.
Shouldn't be more than 2 days with this, whatever it is Kath is calling it.
She called it a sub-Eiger, whatever that is, sir.
Cam twisted quickly back, gazing at the weapon more excitedly this time. Huh. Yeah, I guess it kinda is. I might have to chat with Kath too then. That's more her pet project than mine. Alright boys, I got a wife to woo. Cam hardened his tone for the men gathered around him. While I am gone, fix every last other detail that needs attention while I work on this to save your asses. And so it is. Our time together has once more come to a close. I have been Lothran, and this was Noviri Part 6, Fabrication Flaws, another tale from the heart of the Jackals. Go ahead, Corvoth.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's the end of the story today, folks. Please leave all your comments, questions, and kindnesses down below. Don't be a jerk, though. And don't forget to stay safe out there. That's very important. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to show your support. And there's this little bell next to, the subscribe thing. You gotta click that bell to make sure you get notifications, because we upload every day. Good night and good luck. Bye-bye, everybody. See you again next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.